I'm gonna go ahead and give like kind of like some thoughts about the game.
I want to make this very clear because I don't want anybody to get it twisted. This is not a review. This is just simply my opinion of the game at this time of the game, right? And I'm like level 81. I've played it for, I don't know, like maybe 30 or 40 hours, something like that. This is kind of like, I wouldn't say my first impressions. It's not my last impressions. It's not a full review of the game. This is just like my temperature read on the game at this point, right? I mean, how many fucking times we're going to preface this? So you guys see kind of what I'm saying, right? And so anyway, this is the halfway point. Yeah, you could say that. Overall, I would say like leveling in the game feels very kind of slow at the end. Like I will start off with that, like, because that's been what I've been doing with like right off, is I do feel like leveling like really slowed down a lot. And I'm not sure exactly like how exciting I think the gear is, but I will start from the beginning of the game and talk about like the beginning of the game. I think that playing through this game, and especially the campaign, was very good. I really liked the campaign. Now, why did I like it? I liked it because it gave you a number of difficult bosses. Some of the things in the campaign were voice acted. They had trailers, or sorry, not trailers. They had cinematics for the fucking campaign. I don't know. I just can't say this, but yeah, I think it's had that. Like I like that you were able to craft gear while you were doing the campaign, because I feel like in most ARPGs you hardly ever craft or do anything. You just pick up the loot and go. But because crafting in this game is very easy to do, and inventory management isn't really that much of a chore in the same way that it is for, like, I'd say PoE or for Diablo, you feel like you're able to make on-the-fly decisions and change what you're going to do pretty quickly. So, do you think the lore is interesting? I think any sort of time travel lore is inherently very hard to follow. So I don't fully understand what even happened in the story. And this comes as somebody who like listened to a lot of the dialogue and everything. I don't really understand it that well. But I could also just be, I like whenever I play a game on stream, my attention is always like divided between the stream and the game. So I'm not really fully focusing on that. So it's hard for me to really like put a lot of thought into the story and like really evaluate it, especially whenever this is the kind of game that I play for really the gameplay and not the story. The story is nice, but it's really about the gameplay. That's the reason why I'm here. And I think that some of the aesthetics in the game, like the graphics in the game are, I think, like they're good. Like the graphical fidelity with a lot of things, like I would say like this is like actually quite bad. But at the same time, there is an art style of the game that I think is very good. And I'll give you an example of that. I think The End of Time is probably the best example of that. So this is a relatively like low, like in terms of like graphical quality, but this is amazing. This is incredible. And I think it really goes to show that whenever you have a game that has a great art direction and a great art style, I think that's going to carry the game a lot farther than graphical fidelity. And I think that Last Epoch definitely shows that. I also want to say that I feel like the abilities in the game feel extremely good to use. And I would say that the abilities in the game feel better to use at the beginning than they do in PoE. And they feel worse to use at the end than they do in PoE. So, like, PoE has, like, infinitely more, like, ability and, like, damage scaling and crazy things that can happen. But at the very beginning, a lot of the abilities in PoE are pretty boring to use, other than, like, I think Arc is really cool. But aside from, like, that and maybe a couple other abilities, they don't, like, really feel good in the same way that, for example, Hammer Throw in this game, I think really kind of feels good. Warpath feels good. A lot of the things in this game, the combat in the game, has a feel-good element to it, but I also think that it has a certain level of clunkiness to it that could be like min-maxed to be better. Like Diablo 4, for a lot of its faults and a lot of its problems, does have fluidity of combat kind of down, and I think it does a very good job at that. And I think that really, like, a min-maxed PoE character, especially with Tailwind and like different types of action speed modifications, will outpace the quality of gameplay and like feedback that a Diablo 4 character will give you. But in a general sense, I think that Diablo 4 is still kind of at the head of the pack there, and it feels better. But whenever I look at Last Epoch, I think that it's somewhere in the middle, and I would say that the lower level leveling experience in Last Epoch is the best out of the 3 games. I think that it's I think it's better than PoE, and I also think that it's better than Diablo 4. I like that you're able to change gear a lot. I like that you get really big upgrades. I like that you get legendaries early. I like that, like, you'll get a piece of gear and it's like a really big upgrade, and then like you get to higher areas, and then the mobs are harder, and then you have to get better gear, and it feels very good. I would say there's that. I also like the fact that you don't have to go back and complete specific quests. You just have to complete a certain number of side quests in order to unlock the requisite talent points, and then also the idol slot unlocks. And I also want to say that I think that this idol thing, if I were to say, like, what is my favorite thing about this game, I think it would actually be this. I think this is really, really cool, and I like this a lot. I really like this idol system. I think it's so cool. Yeah, the idols and the blessings. Yeah, they're awesome. Monoliths get repetitive. Yeah, I'm going to get to that. Now, the crafting system, like this thing here, like I'll just put an item into the crafting system so you guys can see it. I think the crafting system is nice and it's interesting, and it's certainly a lot better. Like, I think the crafting system is, like, coming from the PoE crafting system, and I know about like 60% of PoE crafting. Probably even, I don't know. I probably actually only know 40%, and I don't even know that I don't know the other 20%. But I know a pretty good amount of crafting in PoE. And the PoE crafting system is much more expansive and extensive than this. And I think that works as a double-edged sword. And so PoE has had like 10 years of innovation and design that's gone into its systems. And I think that obviously shows in terms of, fighting an NPC like a rare that does more damage than Syrian Exarch or something like that. But it also shows up in having gear that's like overly complex as well. And I think that really for most players, Last Epoch's system is going to be much more in line with what they're comfortable with. And if I wasn't a PoE player of 10 years, I think that I would vastly prefer what Last Epoch provides versus PoE, because the PoE system is so hard to get into, and it's punishing in ways that I think are unfun. I also think that this game doesn't punish you for taking risks in the same way that I think PoE does. And, like, for example, I think PoE punishes you for trying out different things or doing different things, because whenever you do something like that, you run the risk of potentially bricking a character, especially for like in campaign. Like if you're playing one build in campaign and it's not going very well, well then it's hard to change that build because you have to use a lot of regret orbs, and for like a level 37 new player, regret orbs are not something that they can realistically buy, so they kind of have bricked the character. And I think that that's really kind of like a mistake that a new player, in my opinion, shouldn't be able to make. And I think it's like an unnecessary L that PoE takes, and I wish they didn't do that. I can go, and so yeah, but like what it leads, so like the more that you punish people for making mistakes, the more people avoid making mistakes. And the more people avoid making mistakes, the more they follow guides. And I think the more they follow guides, the less intrinsic value I think that a lot of them will get out of learning things and growing in the game. Because they're just going to be following a guide like word for word, thing for thing. And that's really what they do. And so this is the same as like Lost Ark, for example, where like there's like such high gatekeeping in Lost Ark. And why is that? Well, it's because if one person makes a mistake, everybody dies. So guess what happens? Well, you have to have Light of Salvation 30. or whatever the Demon Commander one is now. And so that's what ends up happening, is that the harder that you punish players, the harder players try to avoid being punished. And I don't think avoiding being punished is a bad thing necessarily, but I think that whenever you do it to people that are unsuspecting, that don't understand the nuances of the game, you run the risk of alienating them in a way that you don't really need to. And I think that's kind of what happened with PoE for a lot of people. I also think that this game does a pretty good job of kind of like segmenting out a lot of the complexity in the game. Like, for example, like imagine if you took this, 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 and this, and you made it all one big talent tree. Well, that's effectively what PoE is, right? But at the same time, the PoE talent tree is, like, a lot of people open up the PoE talent tree and they say, okay, I'm done. So I think this game provides a higher level of customization in a way that's more bite-sized, I guess you could say, and in a way that is more digestible. Yeah, it's overwhelming, right? And like then they hear there's another one too for maps. And so it's like, yeah, there's 2 of those and 5 of these things. And so PoE, I think, suffers from some of the same problems that World of Warcraft does, retail WoW. And that problem primarily is that the game has been designed for so long. There are so many intricacies and complexities that have been designed over into the game for so many years that it is overwhelming for a new player. And the people that are used to it love it, and the people that aren't used to it can't get into it. So it's like you're kind of pulling up the ladder every season by like 1 step for the amount of people that are able to like get back into the game. It's cluttered. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what's happened with PoE. And also, like, I think that the system of being able to like make a baseline character and then basically do your ascendancy. I do really like the ascendancy system in Path of Exile, and I know that a lot of people don't like the Labyrinth, but I think that the main reason why people don't like the Labyrinth is because they used to have to do it all the time in order to get the Uberlab Helm enchants. But I think that if you look at it from a base perspective, this is my opinion at least, I actually really like the Labyrinth challenges in PoE, and I think that getting your mastery for Void Knight or whatever is actually kind of anticlimactic. And I wish that we had something in this game that was similar to the Labyrinth. And I want to preface that by saying that the Labyrinth was actually a patch in Path of Exile. Path of Exile did not launch with the Labyrinth. So this is something that probably will come. Maybe, I don't know. But I'm assuming like probably a quest for becoming a Void Knight, where like you fight some sort of void object or something like that. Like the Labyrinth, I'm not saying they should put the PoE Labyrinth in Last Epoch. I'm just saying that a baseline challenge for you to master to show that you've like earned mastery over the game and that you want to kind of become a Void Knight, I think that would be pretty cool. They had it and then they removed it. Yeah, well, maybe it wasn't a good idea. Maybe if I played the game and it had that, I wouldn't like it. But I don't know. I'm just talking about it. That's kind of the way that I feel. And so, yeah, I didn't play the game pre-release. But yeah, the crafting system, I understand about like maybe 30 to 40% of this crafting system. There are a lot of nuances that I don't fully understand and I don't fully get yet. But I think as time goes on, I'll probably learn more about it. So the campaign was good. Let's get that over with. The campaign was good. I had fun doing the campaign. So after you do the campaign, the main system that you do here is the monoliths. You have all these monoliths. These are basically like, think of them as like, if you played Synthesis League in PoE, it's very similar to that. And, you can target farm different items, etc. Each one has different levels. The monolith system is okay. I think that the monoliths are extremely fast. And I feel like whenever you do, for example, like, let me think of like more of a long form map in PoE. Like burial chambers, you can kind of lock in. Whereas I feel like I spend almost as much time in some of these monoliths, like on a loading screen to and from the monolith, than actually doing the monolith. It's like if you were to make a pie chart of the amount of time that I spend playing versus the amount of time that I spend going to and from playing, I think that the pie chart would have the going to and from section of that pie, the piece would be too big. Now, how do you fix that? I don't really know how to fix that, because I think that a lot of people might like that because they can play the game in these like very small like bursts. And also empowered monoliths might take longer, but you have to keep in mind that like I've now played the game for 30 hours. I don't think that you should expect somebody to play the game. If a game is not good on level 1, it's a bad game. I really dislike the mindset that you have to play a game for this, random period of time in order to unlock the good content. The good content should be available immediately, and I think with PoE it kind of is. And with Diablo 4, I think it kind of is as well. I mean, comparatively at least, right? It's not like the content gets any better in Diablo 4. It's like at level 15, you're doing the same thing you're going to be doing at level 95. So yeah. But you said it's good from the start, didn't you? I did. I did say this game is good from the start, but I think the end game for this game isn't really that interesting. Like, I don't find the end game for this game as interesting as the end game for PoE. I think that the PoE end game is a lot more interesting to me, but I also want to contextualize that and say that I haven't really interfaced a whole lot with this Circle of Fortune thing, and I need to learn more about this before I can really have that strong of an opinion. Because I think this is something that's very, that's very impactful, and it does play a big role in the way that you're going to enjoy the game. So, 40 favor, yeah, and I will spend this time and figure all of this out, and that will make it more interesting. But overall, I do think that PoE's endgame system is probably a bit more interesting, but I also think that towards the end of PoE's map system, I actually don't like really high-end PoE maps. And the reason why I don't like them is that they're full of like all these multiplicative damage scaling modifiers, and your character just ends up getting instantly deleted randomly, and it's hard for you to even understand what you did wrong and what even happened. Like a lot of the PoE death clips, for example, you have to like go back and literally watch it at like frame by frame. I find this to be like very boring content and like very boring design, and I don't really like that very much, and I think it just makes the game less fun. And I think also, as somebody who played PoE from the very beginning, the game wasn't always like this. The game always had bullshit in one way or another, but the game has become more and more like this over the years because of the different like potential multiplicatives. Power creep tends to cause these kind of issues. Yeah, it's basically power creep. That's effectively what happens. I love the insanity that's the end game of PoE. Yeah, I like there's a lot of things about it. I just don't like the way that difficulty scales in PoE, and I think it's too random, and that makes it less fun to me. Whereas like in Last Epoch, I haven't felt like that same feeling of like super random difficulty where it's like not fun. It's like, okay, I'm doing really well, and then I get killed by something I don't really understand. So yeah, PoE before Atlas was very mid. Yeah, the Atlas map change totally. I think that was like Maven League or something like that. Or not Maven, it was Ritual. Yeah, that was crazy good. But I do think that like this is generally, Last Epoch just came out. Yeah, but I'm comparing it to that, and I'm talking about the things that I like and things that I don't like about it. I do think that whenever people talk about how Last Epoch is like the good middle ground between Diablo 4 and PoE, I think that they're definitely right. I think that that's true. Last Epoch, I think, undeniably provides a lot more customization options than Path of Exile. Or sorry, than Diablo 4. But it provides a lot less than Path of Exile. And I think that it also provides a lot more tools for you to kind of craft gear than Diablo 4, and a lot less than PoE. So there are a lot more decisions that you can make in this game versus Diablo 4. But if PoE is overwhelming for you, this game probably, if Diablo 4 is too little and PoE is too much, this game will probably be what's just right. I will say that this game, I've enjoyed playing it a lot. I've looked forward to playing it every day, and I've played it a lot already. So, yeah, you said it else. PoE didn't start how it is now. I believe a lot more will come from Last Epoch. I think that Last Epoch has a number of, in my opinion, like extremely elegant and intelligent solutions for problems that ARPGs have. Like, for example, I don't, like, if you took every single crafting material in PoE and you put them inside of this, how would anything, like, I just think that would make the game better in a lot of ways. I do. I'm going to be honest. I think it would probably just make the game better. Because there are just so many unnecessary and annoying things to pick up and to do. It's like, oh my fucking god. Like, you're constantly trying to, like, manage 17 different types of currencies. Inventory management, I don't think, is a fun type of gameplay. And also, this game has larger bag space dynamically. And there's, like, an instant transfer materials. So there's a lot of things that in PoE are kind of like things that waste time. Oh yeah, I am missing my ring. Thanks, before I forget. Things that waste time that this game doesn't have. Inventory management is always ruined game? Yeah, I don't like that. But also, like, again, PoE's monetization system, like, it's not like it's really that bad. I just wish that, for example, like, you could do it whenever you're in your stash. Or, sorry, whenever you're not next to your stash in PoE. Yeah, always hate inventory in games. Yeah. So, a big amount of fun in this game is also a variation with how each class plays. Yeah. Upcoming cycles are focused on bringing in more in-game content. Yeah. I think that really the campaign is very much good. Whereas, like, whenever PoE released... was it like Dominus or Malachi that was the... I forgot if it was Dominus, Malachi, or Kitava. I don't remember. Which one was the last boss? Whenever was it Dominus? Whenever the game Vol Oversoul? No, that was in the beta. I think whenever the game actually released, it was like Dominus or Malachi or something like that. Yeah, because Vol Oversoul, I remember that was in the closed beta. Was it Piety whenever it came out? I don't remember. Well, either way, I think that this campaign, like, what I mean is, like, so PoE has had to improve their campaign many times, right? Like the Oriath patch, and then I think that they did, like, one other one before that. And so, like, the campaign for this game, I feel like, is already good. When they add Atzuri. Atzuri, I think, was the first or second league. It was like Sacrifice of the Vol. Like, I think really it's just about adding end-game activities for players to do in this game that offer dynamic and different gameplay that is separate from what you're doing in a monolith. And I don't know exactly, like, how to solve that. I really don't know. But as I said, I think that the development team for this game is pretty smart. I actually think they know what they're doing. So I think that over time they will figure out the solution to that kind of stuff. They're smart as fuck. Yeah. And I think that, like, really, I mean, I don't think the PoE team is incompetent either. Like, for example, I think the instilling orbs instill the sense of confidence in me with PoE 2 that I've almost never had with a game before. Because it was, like, literally the smartest way that you could solve a problem that every single person had. So, yeah. What'd you say about dungeons in this game? I think they're just... They're basically... They're okay, but, like, I don't find them that interesting. Without the trading stash in PoE, trading waste your time in PoE, they basically sell you time improvement. Maybe, but, like, I don't know if it's really that simple. But I just think, like, all of the currency management in PoE definitely does take you away from the gameplay, but for some people they enjoy that type of gameplay. So I think that really it's an element of not every game has to be the same, and sometimes there are things that some people enjoy and other people don't enjoy. So, like, it's not that simple. But personally, I like the system with this better because I hate dealing with inventory. Like, I want to play a game and I want to, like, you know, farm stuff and do that. It's solved with mechanics, whereas PoE is map with loads of different things to do. Yeah, but, like, I think also, like, with PoE maps, do you guys ever get fatigued and wished and you could just, like, blast through a map without having to do, like, 3 or 4 different side objectives? Because I sometimes feel that way about PoE. And, like, for example, like, that's why I hate Expedition. Expedition is like that. Like, last time I just got the big bomb, dropped the big bomb. Okay, they're immune. All right, I'm leaving. And that's it. So I'll smash mobs? Yeah, exactly. You can just choose not to do every event. Yeah, but it feels bad, though, doesn't it? To, like, choose not to do an event because you're like, I'm missing out on this. Especially whenever you're spending currency in order to improve a map, in order to have it. Yeah, it's like FOMO, right? But, like, no, you're right. And, like, there are a lot of them that I do skip sometimes, too. Balkan on Atlas. Well, like, is it weird for me to say that sometimes I feel like doing them, and then sometimes I feel like not doing them, and I don't want to have to, like, respec the Atlas every time? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the solution to this. I'm just, like, explaining, like, how a game makes me feel. Sometimes it feels annoying. Sometimes it doesn't feel annoying. Like, I don't know. It feels like a chore sometimes. It doesn't feel like a chore other times. Like, I don't know what the, I don't know. Like, I don't know what the solution to this is or anything. That's just what I think. Like making decisions inside of a map. Yeah. Asmongold gives his expert opinion of spending 30 hours in a new game, comparing it to a game released after 10 years, and the conclusion is the game is very good, but he won't play it after a week. Is that what I said? I don't think it's what I said. But it's not really an expert opinion. I'm just giving my impressions of the game. And also after 30 hours, like 30 hours for, I would say like an average person is 2 to 3 weeks. If you're not entitled to have an opinion about, like for example, with Elden Ring, if you're not liking Elden Ring 5 hours into the game, I don't know, maybe you're doing something wrong, right? Maybe there's just like, you don't understand how to upgrade your weapon or something like that, or Dark Souls. But like the odds are, like if you've played it for like a couple of days and you're not enjoying the game, then maybe you probably just won't like the game. So yeah, I think that after 30 hours, like you can't expect an average person to sit through 30 hours of gameplay in order to get to the good part. I think that's a very bad mindset to have. But yeah, that's my opinions of the game. Overall opinions, I agree. I like the game. I think the game is good. And fuck, I would recommend the game. I would. I think it's a good game. If you like ARPGs, if you like Diablo 4, if you like PoE, I think this game is good. Score 1 to 10. I would say it's like an 8. I think it's like an 8 to like a 9. It's probably like, I would feel very confident saying it's an 8.5, but it's, I don't know about like giving like half numbers, right? But yeah, I would say it's an 8 to a 9. Level 90 area. Am I ready to do a level 90 area? That's a lot. Do I have a big enough dick to do a level 90 area? I do. Let's do it. Time to find out? Yeah, true. Okay. Maybe we can get a good scepter. Even though they're not very useful. Actually, I'm just going to go for experience. So I got a weapon. Oh, I can't open my thing now. I'm just waiting for this to finish, and then as soon as this finishes, I'm going to go ahead and start it. Is that Smite I see? Yes. Is this hardcore software? Softcore. I was doing empowered at 100. Or at 75, yeah. Some people get stuck at the 75 area. Just beat it. What was this? What was the level 75 boss? I don't even remember. Lagon? I didn't have Lagon. No, I know for a fact I didn't fight him. Yeah. Lagon knees? Yeah. You're farming Terminus weapon and Grand Blue? I'm trying to get all the weapons capped. You went left side? Oh, okay. Is the black bird? Yeah, I don't remember. You can skip it. Okay. Wrong route. But yeah, I've got all my gear set up and everything. I got this. It's not a big deal. I just got it. It's just the way it is. Just have this item. And I'm gonna show you guys. Let me make sure I have this on autoplay. Then we're gonna start it. Okay. It's done. Yeah, it's done. Okay. You guys ready? Just the way it is. We're doing real work here. Oh, I can't go that way. I got it. So what do we get? We got one. I don't need that. What about this? Attunement? Ah, it's garbage. Okay, what about this? Fire damage? What the fuck is that? That looks hard? Yeah. So that's the whole thing. I just beat it. Yep, just beat it right there, guys. Boner amulet. +3 devour. Yeah, I mean, I did get this. You know, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, like, usually whenever I just get an item, I just get the best item. I figure that's, like, just a good idea to just get the... to just go and get the best item, like, right off the bat. And that way, I don't have to think about using any other items, because, like, I already have the good ones. Will I craft a helmet? Oh, I don't know. Let's do this one. Did you farm it or buy it? I am the circle of whatever the fuck. So I can't buy anything. I don't even have it set up either. Circle of Fortune. I'm marked for death. You think I give a fuck? I don't. We gotta kill this guy over here. So I've basically beaten the game. This is a boss. Why is he not taking any damage? Oh, there he is. He's dead now. Okay. And that's it. He's dead. That's the boss. No loot out of this one. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Garlic build. Watch Ziggy's guide about how good crafting is. Yeah, I crafted some items myself. Like, I maxed out my, Ooh, this is gonna be a really good item, I can tell. It has throwing damage on it. That's nice. Did you beat the dragon? Yeah, I did. I stood in the AoE the first time and it one-shot me, and then I killed it. And I can also cast these if I want to, too. Just for fun. I don't really do it, though, because it takes more work, and there's no reason to put in extra work. Oh, also, there's this button that makes me do, like, double damage, but I don't really use it a lot because it takes time, and I just don't really have to. It doesn't matter. But as you can see, like, whenever I have it on, it makes me do more damage. Ooh, we got a chest piece. I actually want to replace my chest piece. I haven't been able to do that yet. Ooh, we got the boss coming up. Okay, here we go. He dead. That was the boss. They have larger names. That's how you can tell they're bosses. I'll just make sure I wrap this up since you guys can see. Oh, is he dead? Yeah, he's dead now. Ooh, that's actually garbage. I don't want that.
Stand down or die.
But yeah, as you see, you know, things are going really well for me. You know, the build's working out really well. Everything's going great. This build changed my life. It basically did. I'm gonna be honest. Looks like I can do one more before I have to do a relic. I probably should try to go for those relics, but I'm gonna go for this first. You can unlock empowered monoliths. Oh yeah, no, I'll beat the game. Don't worry about that. Yeah, no, I have to get to 100. Like, grinding in this game really takes a while. Like, I don't know how to level faster. Because I feel like I'm leveling so slow for, like, how fast I'm clearing these dungeons. But I don't know how to level any faster.
Down or die.
You need to get to empowered as soon as possible? Okay, well, I'll just do that. Empowered monoliths will help. Okay. Yeah, I guess I need to do that then. One more to go. I have an item waiting for me at level 80. What's this? Is that a... oh, that was a boss. Okay. Alright, let's see if we get anything good out of this.
Yes.
Alright. Let's see here. Fire damage, cast speed. This is a pretty decent base item, but, It's not, like, amazing, so we're probably just going to get rid of this. Throwing damage, +3 throwing damage. Oh, wow. Chance to poison. I'll keep that just in case. Void damage, that's garbage. Melee lightning, that's also garbage. I don't really use a lot of these. I can't use a two-handed weapon. Or sorry, a two-handed melee weapon. Let's see. Physical damage, bleed duration. That's really good. I'm going to hold on to that base item. 700 armor. That's crazy. 30% increased crit chance. I've never seen crit chance on gloves like that. Crit multi and health. That's really good too. I might try to roll onto these.
Take care.
Low implicit? Yeah, it was like 10% lower. It was pretty bad, right? After hitting 100, you won't play it anyway? Well, usually after I kind of achieve my goals in a game, I'll take a break in the game until the next, until the next time the game has, like, content, right? New content. Now, like, am I going to do that with this game? I'm not really sure. But, yeah. I'll do this. Blues have low potential? Really? I didn't know that. Runemaster goes hard. Yeah, I do feel like, so, after I played more of the endgame, there are some things I like about the endgame a lot, but I do feel like the endgame is not even nearly as dynamic as the PoE endgame. And I think that definitely does hold it back a little bit. Like, it feels like I'm always kind of doing the exact same thing. And also, I think that, like, it's like a good and a bad thing. And so, like, I don't really know how to like, have an opinion about this. I'm not sure yet. But, scorpions that drop rare items. Well, where are they? It's very repetitive. It's an item chase. Yeah, no, I understand that it's an item chase. Like, I understand the way ARPGs work. I'm just talking about, like, my interpretation of this ARPG. I get it. But yeah, because I've enjoyed playing the game a lot, but I do feel it kind of getting repetitive because it's like I'm kind of just going from different monolith area to different monolith area, and it's been, like, the exact same thing. Now, is this something that's, like, necessarily a, you know, something that's, like, unfixable? No, I think it's actually something that will fix itself. I think it will get better over time. But right now, what do you call it? Right now, that's not going to happen. Comparing a new release to PoE? Well, the truth is that people can choose to play this game or PoE. So, like, everybody is making that comparison. You are making that comparison every single day that you choose to play this game over PoE or PoE over this game. So, of course, a game has to have some degree of comparability to other games. I think that's just kind of common sense, isn't it? I would say it is. They're still both dungeons. Have you tried them then? The dungeons? No, I don't know if I have, actually. I probably should try some of those. Oh, there's one. Faction system kind of fixes problems. It makes things very dynamic. Really? Is there any epic items? No. Okay, we'll just go after this then. And go for staves. Did you change your build? I did. What the hell is this? Do you miss the hammers? No. I don't like how this build makes me stop to cast the abilities. I wish I could cast them while moving. I think it's just like in terms of a, it just feels better to do that. But yeah. Grinding's one for sure. Run around and kill, pick up loot. Yeah, I don't really think that there's like a lot of dynamic gameplay that I've at least experienced yet. But also there might be some of it that I'm not doing. And so because I'm not doing it, I think it could be boring, right? And so if there's content that you guys think I should do, I'll do it today. Do dungeons? Okay, let me try it after this, okay? Where the fuck is this boss? Jesus. Oh, I got a void damage chest piece. That's really good. Hopefully that'll be a good item. Dungeons are where you go to get legendary gear? Okay. Okay, boss is dead. Did it drop anything? It didn't. What the fuck? Okay. Let's see if we get anything good here.
Yes.
Garbage. 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 30% Ellie res. That's pretty good. I might hold on to that. That's bad. 80% mana. That's bad. Damage reflected. Who cares? Also bad. %70 void damage.
Take care.
I don't know if I should use that or not. So how do I do a dungeon? Okay, keys. All right, so I'm going to open up Temporal Sanctum, maybe? All right, I've got 3 different keys. Okay, I'm going to just go do this. Okay. Okay, open the door. Dying or leaving through a portal fails the attempt. Okay. Well, let's do it. Oh. Okay, let me try this out.
More rats come to gnaw at the edges of my sanctum.
There's no mobs. Huh? Already level 55? Well, the odds are that... I haven't gotten far enough. And once I get farther, like, I'll probably have to do it once with, like, level 1, and then I can do level 2, right? Is that probably the way it works? Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll just do level 1, then after that I'll do level 2. Seems pretty simple to me. I don't know if I'm going the right way either. I'm just assuming I am. This is a fucking maze, man. Holy shit. Well, that's good. I need more of those. How do I get over there? I guess maybe we gotta go this way. Yeah, this is it. I'm assuming I have to talk to this NPC, right? No? Okay. No more hammers and spin? No, we're past that now. Okay, we still can't go through there. Am I going to, like, is there any way that I can know that I'm going the right way? Or should I just keep trying to walk around? It's random? Okay. Oh, here we go. We made it. New modifier. Okay. I didn't read what they do, but I'm just going to assume that they did different stuff. Like, they do more damage and they have more health? Okay.
How is this possible? Only I should be able to command time here.
Okay. This guy just got killed. This is nothing. This is a joke.
Stand down or die.
I'm going to be really curious to see what this next level is going to be. This is going to be exciting. I'm ready. Pepe laugh? Oh no? Well, let's find out. I'm assuming this is just the, like, we just kind of keep doing the same pathway, right? Like, we just go do the same, like, back and forth.
The Epoch.
Ooh.
Finally, I will have its power.
Who the fuck is this? I don't even really know what the last Epoch is. It's like some kind of time travel thing? Yeah, I didn't really pay that much attention. What the fuck? Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, it must be this way around. And then this one's gonna open? Yeah.
Stand down or die.
What about this one? Nope. Well, there sure are a lot of mobs here. Oh, we got loot. I'm just walking around, boys. We'll find it eventually, right? Okay, here we go. We got it. Okay, elemental weapons. Boss, Chronomancer, who gives a fuck? I'm not gonna read that. Who's this bitch?
I will have it.
Let me guess, I have to run out. Oh, maybe I have to swap into another dimension.
The future cannot be denied. Sapphire waters.
All right. That was decent. HP covered? Oh shit, sorry. I forgot even all about that. Okay, there we go. We beat it. All right, now let's do level 2 then. Can I vendor? Eternity Cash. How does this work? D. Seal a unique item with a legendary potential and an exalted item with 4 affixes. Legendary Gamble? I don't really have any Gamba to do. So should I just skip this for now then? The boots? No, I feel like these boots are extremely good for me. Yeah, these boots are crazy good. Okay. Oh, again, D. Oh, I get it. So I can make an item legendary? Okay. All right. And can I do this multiple times, or is it a one-time only thing? It's one time? Okay. All right, well, let's try it on the second difficulty. And where am I now? Okay. I guess I'll go back to town. You need another key. Yeah, I get it. Well, let's do the arena too. Because I haven't done the arena.
Can I help you?
I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use that either. realistically, I'm never going to use this. It's bad. It's also bad. This is 125% spell crit chance. Like, that is insanely fucking good, but I just don't need the freeze rate.
Stay safe, traveler.
Okay, so let's try the arena key. Okay, I have to go over there myself. I'm assuming I have to go this way, right? You get nothing from arena? Wait, well then why does it exist? If I don't get anything from the arena, why does it even exist? You do for leaderboard? Okay, well, I might as well unlock it since I'm already on the way over. And then after I unlock the waypoint, I'll go back and do the other key after that. You get loot too? Okay, sure. Yeah, fuck it. I'll try it. Why not? You never played an RPG before? Do you think Last Epoch is a good one to start with? Yeah, I think it is, because it doesn't really have, like, so with ARPGs, one thing, or like with whenever you're new to a type of game, one thing that's really bad is whenever you get locked into making a decision that you didn't fully understand when you had to make it. And also, like, experimentation. Like, games that hurt experimentation or punish you for experimentation, I think, like, I wouldn't say they're bad, but, like, it is bad that happens. Dying in the arena. Okay, all right, let me go around over here, and I'm going to try and do the arena, okay? I'm going to make sure I unlock this. Okay, good. Everything else should be good to go. All right. Let's try the arena. Here we go. Tier 1. 40 waves. Should I do endless? Or should I do tier 1? Endless? Okay. When's it gonna start? Where are the mobs? Most people, one tear. Endless, okay. Well, no, because I don't understand what I'm looking at, right? These mobs are pretty hard to kill. So there's no loot from endless mode? Well, I'm getting gold. I feel like it'll probably drop something, right? There's no way it's just not going to drop anything. Why isn't it going up in waves? Oh. So how many waves is like a good amount? $300, $400, okay. I'll just do 400. 350 is top right now. It stops at 40. Okay. Well, no, that's only for tier 1. Because I read the thing. That's what it said. Open the chest. Oh. Okay, so every 5 it pauses. We'll figure this out.
Down or die.
Chest is a stash? Really? Are there bosses inside of this that spawn, or is it just only mobs? Or is like every 20 waves a boss or something like that? Okay, that's just a stash. Oh. There are bosses at 40? Okay. Alright, well let's try to at least get to 40 then. Who's my avails on YouTube for this on topic? Let it go. You getting ratioed by haters? There's always going to be people that disagree with me. It doesn't matter to me if I get ratioed about an opinion that I think is accurate or true. That's like, it's sad to me that so many people think that way, honestly. Yeah, it's a lot of people. There's a lot of... Listen, I'll say what I said earlier. If anybody, like, if people actually think that I'm wrong about what I'm saying, they can come on my stream and talk to me about it. If they want to explain their position. The build's nuts? Yeah, it goes really well. Yeah, things are going very, very well. People are just jealous, so I have something better. I think a lot of it. I think a lot of it comes from that. I actually do. Ooh, ooh. Here's me updates are not an opinion has. Yeah. People are always going to disagree with stuff that I say, but. Ooh, okay. So I do get at least some stuff, right? So I guess every 10 levels it changes. Usually people attack you, not your argument. Yeah. I mean, that's just the way that, that's the way people on, like, Twitter operate. And, like, people on the internet operate in general. Missed the chest? No, the chest is just my stash. Would you attack the person you've already lost the argument? Well, usually on Twitter, it's not about, like, trying to, like, win an argument, because most people that, like, follow Twitter drama aren't very smart. And, like, really, I think all drama, like, this is one thing to keep in mind that a lot of people forget, is that, like, nobody really cares about this issue. Like, nobody actually gives a shit about this. It's just all for, like, entertainment and drama. So, like, it doesn't really matter in general. Like, the outcome of it, the opinions that people have about it. Like, nobody's really going to think about this in, like, a week or something like that. So, like, nobody really has, like, strong opinions on this, actually. Like, these are, like, internet problems that people pretend to have to look for reasons to talk to each other about stuff. I don't think that they're, like... It's not, like, an authentic sense of interest. Virtual insanity? Yeah, like, there's a lot of things on the internet that, like... If you were on the internet all the time, you would think that, like, these things are a huge issue. But oh, okay, so you do get some loot at least. Not a lot, though. And I do have to loot stuff before from those waves. Okay. Alright, so we're in the last 10 waves. Yeah, it's like tabloid stuff, right? And so people are obviously going to have, like, opinions about it and everything. But, like, most people view getting mad about something on the internet as basically entertainment. Like, they don't really care about this one way or another. Because somebody like Hassan or me or, you know, anybody, like Charlie or the Abba and Preach guys, like, none of this, like, really affects anybody in real life, right? Like, it doesn't really matter. There's, like, no real stakes to this. Nobody really gives a shit. So we've got 5 more. I think people forget about that, and they get really emotionally attached to like how people respond to things. And I'm sure that there will be people that will be like mad at me for a long period of time because I don't have like the same opinion on it that they do. But I don't think that's really going to have any sort of like it's not really like these are people that like stop watching you because you stop playing the game they like playing, right? It doesn't really like it doesn't really matter, you know? Like people stop watching you for all kinds of reasons. It's not really the same as a bad opinion. Yeah. Okay, so here's the boss, right? So I'm at wave 40 now. Oh, those things do a lot of damage. Okay, here we go. Let's do the boss. Okay, there is no boss. It's just waves. You're doing endless? Yeah, but people said after 40 there would be a boss. And I thought that like maybe there would be bosses even in endless mode. As like kind of gatekeepers for each of the 40 levels. Like, I mean, I don't know what I'm thinking, right? I have no idea. I've never done this before. The mobs are starting to do a lot of damage. I feel like I'm probably not going to go past 50. We'll see what happens. What do you get from doing arena? We'll find out whenever I finish it. I've gotten a few, like, shards and everything, but, like, nothing really great. Actually, I'm getting pretty good experience. Yeah, so I'll say at least that. Yeah, this mob has a lot of health. Make it to 100? I'm gonna go as far as I can, but I feel like if I'm struggling, like, because usually these games are, like, multiplicative. So if I'm struggling this early at 49 with, like, without, like, insta-killing things and things moving my health bar, I assume that I probably won't get to 100. But I'm not going to, it's not like I'm gonna give up, guys. Like, I'm gonna try to go as far as I can. Cows will watch streamers push for leaderboard. That's about all good Endless is for. Well, you know, that's just... I mean, at least it's something to do. And I... Like, personally, I'm not really a big fan. I've said this before. I'm not really a big fan of endless modes in games. Like, I like being able to feel like I've beaten the content that I'm doing. I mean, it's not like I'm going to hate a game for having an endless mode, but in general, I do prefer to not have that kind of stuff. Delve is fun, though. Yeah, I mean, I guess I like Delve. I mean, Delve is okay, but, like, I never really played it, like, that seriously. Try Starfire Bastion. You get the Gamba at the end? Yeah, I'm gonna try it after this. Okay, there's 50 waves. 55, I mean. I think I have low poison res, so those things could kill me. But yeah, it's always been like really surprising to me, like to see how much people, like how much value people place in other people like agreeing with them and like telling them that they're right. I kind of feel like it's a kind of a bad thing, you know, that people are that fixated on it. But I do think it's very true that like for a lot of people that matters a lot. Just young people? I don't think so. I think it's everybody. Oh, I don't know if I should charge into that. I think those poison things are going to be what ends up... Ooh, a belt. A set belt. Holy shit. Dude, I've gotten so much minion gear, it's insane. See how much thing? Debate's a sign of respect. I think it's good to debate about things and talk about them. But the problem is like online, I think most people online don't really debate in good faith. Oh wow. Okay, so meteorite from Flame Ascendant. Okay, how much damage did that do? So oh, I am fire capped and that just one-shot me. Okay, so what's the belt that I got? One shot, yeah. Rip chest? No, there was no chest. That was my inventory. Okay, let's see what I got. That one's kind of bad. Only fire damage from enemies. I guess I'll hold on to that in case I want to do something with it. I don't think I'm going to use that. Okay. So we'll try the other one too. Okay, Sourfire Bastion. Waypoint locked. This waypoint's locked. Okay, I've got to go up this way. Yeah, alright, got it. It tells you how you died? Yeah. Never debates in good faith anymore? No, I don't think that most people do. I think that really, people usually debate to felled wood. That's where I need to go. People are usually trying to prove something or to make the other person, like, look stupid or in... Like, they're not really trying to understand what's being said. Ruins of Eventel. Okay, so I don't need to go there. The felled wood. I guess it's up... Oh, it's up at the top. I see. Aside? Yeah, I didn't know if it was that close. It's apparently not. The goal is always win. Well, I think it's okay to win an argument. Like, it's... Like, I don't know. Like, I'll go into most arguments hoping to win the argument, you know? But I think the issue is that people end up arguing against something you didn't say or some other variation of that. I think that's much more what it is. Do I have to take this? I probably shouldn't have done that, right? Do I go here? Can I go here? I mean, Rift back? Okay, I'll just do that. The dislike the argument, the try to use emotional arguments? Yeah. It's like a lot of people, you know, it's okay to use like some emotional arguments with stuff if it kind of like makes sense. But I think with a lot of things... Okay, yeah, this is it. With a lot of things, people are just trying to prove themselves as being right. Point is wanting to win the debate. Slimy cunt nor the win the debate. Yeah, exactly. It's like I at least try to do this, and I think that I think that it would be good if more people tried to do this. I don't think that they do. Is that I at least attempt to listen to what somebody else is saying and I try to respond in like in a genuine way, right? Rather than trying to like kind of farm points to make the other person look stupid. I try to do that. Obviously, like I'm sure there are times I don't do it, but it's at least something I like to think is a good idea. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to go there. That's not where I needed to go. Let's go back. You ban them? Well, I don't really ban people. I don't ban people for disagreeing with me. I usually ban people for being rude or hostile or just like really obnoxious or like super dishonest. So like there's plenty of people that like disagree with me and they don't end up getting banned. I think the idea that I ban people that just for disagreeing with me is like it's kind of a meme, you know? You didn't ban a lot of disagreeers earlier? Well, the only people I ban are usually people who are like rude or stupid. Okay, it's up here. I see. Or gotcha questions? Yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go. Does anyone disagrees with you stupid? Well, no, people might have another opinion on something that's... I mean, there's not everything is, like, super objective, right? Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we put the key in. Soulfire Bastion, level 1. Let's go. Okay. I've never tried this before, so this is gonna be interesting. And this does do damage.
Stand down or die.
D. Okay. Thoughts on the game so far? I think the game is good. I think that there's definitely a lot of repetition that happens towards the end game. Okay, so if I'm standing in this and it's fire, I'm not taking damage. But then I put on the necrotic aura and I am. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. I don't think I can. Yeah, no, I can't. ARPG is repetitive. Oh no. I mean, you would assume though that I'm like, and that's kind of like the person that said that. Like that's kind of like that's like an example of like what I was saying about like dishonest comments, because like obviously I'm not talking about it compared to Elden Ring. I'm clearly talking about it in the context of like other ARPGs. And so like that's kind of an example of like what I mean by people that are dishonest.
Stand down or die.
Okay. We got a lot of these like soul things too.
Stand down or die.
Okay. There's people everywhere, kind of scary. I think that's just the way that people are. Like, it's annoying, but I think people are just like that in general. Ooh, what's this? A horde of weapons. Okay. Horde of loot. Okay, I got one item. Fuck. Monoliths did get boring for me. Faction system makes it so much better. Yeah, I haven't really looked a lot into the faction system at all. I feel like also,
Item purchase, tier 3 sealed affix.
okay. Factions keep it going. Yeah, I don't really understand factions that well. Epoch versus Diablo 4, what's your impressions? Which one did I like more, or do I like more? I want to make sure that I'm giving like a comprehensive answer about this. I think the gear chase in this game probably feels better. Like, there's a little bit more satisfaction that you get in Diablo 4 out of picking up, like, getting, like, your big legendaries that change gameplay. Like, I do think that that definitely feels really good in Diablo 4. But that's, like, one of the only things that feels good, and I think that after you get it the first time, it's very hard for it to feel good again. The 0 chase items? Well, there are chase items, but they're just like, they're so... It's like you're chasing after them, but you're just really rolling a slot machine over and over. Like, I don't feel like you have enough autonomy to feel good about chasing an item in Diablo 4. Like, in PoE, I can feel good about working towards an item over time, and I've never felt that way about Diablo 4. And I'm not really sure, like, why that is, like, every reason for why that is, but I do definitely think it's true that it feels better to work towards an item in PoE versus Diablo 4. And this is a complaint that I had. Actually, this might sound crazy, but it's actually a complaint that I had about Reaper of Souls Diablo 3. Is I really didn't like how you couldn't trade in the game, and it made me feel like everything in the game was just a gamble. It was just like a lottery. And whenever I realized that, I kind of lost interest with the game.
Something is protests a minor setback, nothing more. Before you dare to gloat over this, do not forget the trouble your pets in the north gave you.
I wonder if this is going to be a boss. Lich, Fire Lich Ceromus. Okay.
Come to play with fire.
Okay, so now what?
The fire rises.
So I guess this is the Gamba machine, right? Yeah, I can see the dice. I think we're at the Gamba machine.
Hey, fancy a deal? Fantastic work. Formosus will clatter with delight when I give him
so
my
I should be rolling.
Now about those soul embers. Care to let me see your hole, friend?
None of these are any good. It's just like bullshit. I guess I should do... I'm gonna do... I think I want to do rings, because I don't think my rings are that great. Yeah, let's do rings.
Nice one.
Ooh, I got a fucking unique.
Well spent.
It sucks. Okay, next. I could go with relics too. Let's do let me do relics. Exalted item. Wow.
Yeah, lucky you.
I can do 2 more relics. And do you... Oh my god.
You.
This is nuts.
Nice.
Bonus, bonus, bonus. Okay, let's see what we got. Alright, that's not very good. We'll get rid of it. Move speed, bonus damage. I don't want to get that. 8 attributes. Crit, that's bad. Void damage for ring. That's nice. Physical damage. That's kind of bad. Wait, a sealed affix. What is a sealed affix? I've never seen a sealed affix. It's a 5th affix. Oh, wow. Okay, well, 16 fire res. I should hold on to that then. Okay, this is physical damage. I don't use that. This is also bad. The crit chance to spells, I'll fracture that. Or disenchant that, whatever the fuck. Okay. I'll do the void damage too. Oh, I got 2 of them. Nice. Okay. I probably should just get rid of this. Okay, that was pretty easy. So I got this staff. Where is it? I'll find it. Alright, we're gonna see if this is better than what I have. 292% void damage. Okay. So right now I'm doing 18,000. Oh, 19,000. And Smite's at 31,000. So 19 and 31. And then I swap this off, and it's 29 and 18. So the new one is better. I'm just debating, like, okay, so now that I know that the new one is better, I guess I should craft it, right? Increase spell mana. Why run out of mana if I use this? I don't think so. Okay, so what are the options here? So I have to Gamba sealing the void damage, is that correct? It has to be tier 4 or lower. Okay. And I'm assuming this one is the good one that I don't have yet. What should I do then? Yeah, what should I even do with this? Glyph of Chaos, the stun. Okay, I've never done that before, so you guys are gonna have to show me how. Okay, so Glyph of Chaos. And then I click on this. It will go to a random tier 2. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, that's really bad and useless. Should I do it again? I don't have it. I need a shard to upgrade it. That's too bad. Well, on the positive side, it's still really good. Just remove it with a rune? Well, like, don't I take a huge risk of, like, potentially removing the chill on hit? I don't know if I should... Or the void damage? Or it was like the mana regen and the void damage is really good. It's random, yeah. Is there any way I get my mana back with, like, combat? Because I'm worried that I'm going to run out of mana with this item. Sentinel tree? I will get mana back. Okay, I'll be fine. Okay, so now what? Search for the Fire Witch. Ooh. Well, fucking now what? Back to monoliths? Okay. Which one was I doing? Spirits of Fire, right? I think that's what it was. Okay, let's do this. Okay, and I need more staves anyway. Okay, let's see if this item's any better. We'll see my damage. It's about the same. Yeah, I don't know if it's that much different. No mana. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't use this new weapon. Because I feel like I was doing the same damage as before.
Stand down.
It's just hard to say. Oh, and these things are hard to kill anyway because they have the shield on them. It's not a big difference. Yeah, I don't think it really is. It's not like this is... It's not like it's changing my life, you know? I feel like I've gotten unlucky. Like, I haven't gotten a lot of good items. So there is a way to get a 5th affix on items, and that's sealed items, and I'm assuming that's kind of like the long-term progression of the game. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I actually think that my damage is worse with this new weapon. Maybe I'm being crazy, but I really think it might be. I'm gonna do one more, but I actually think it's worse. It's worse because of no mana? Be a monolith modifiers too? You're right. I'll do more than one. That's a good idea. That's a lot of health. Fuck. No.
Take care.
Okay, so... I guess I'll go do this one. No, I'll just keep doing these. Such a boring game, zero skill involved. I feel like most ARPGs aren't really skill-based games. Yeah, I don't really think so in general.
Stand down or die.
It's not a MOBA? Yeah, it's a knowledge-based game. Yeah, I definitely think so. It's not like there's no skill involved, right? Like avoiding boss attacks and stuff like that. I mean, it's just that it's not like a skill-based game the same as like Elden Ring is a skill-based game, or, you know, Valorant is a skill-based game. Yeah, I feel like with the lack of mana that I'm getting, I actually think that my old one was better. I'm gonna be totally honest, guys. I really think the old one was better. All things considered. At least it is now until I figure out a better upgrade. Hard rifts, higher corruption get a bit more challenging. I think that generally, like, the level of challenge that ARPGs have, like, they're, like, yeah, you have to be, like, good at the game, but I feel like most of the reason why people die in ARPGs is that you're grinding for hours and not really paying attention, then something kills you in one hit. Like, most things in ARPGs aren't, like, really super hard. It's just that, like, they can be unexpected, yeah, whenever you're playing on autopilot. Like, that's what at least happens with me a lot with ARPGs.
Stand down or die.
Look at last Epoch compared to Diablo. I think this game released in a better state than Diablo 4 did. Like, all things considered, I think it did. Is it like a, is it like this super amazing, like, perfect game? No, I don't really think that it is. But I think that it's a lot better than how Diablo 4 released. And, yeah. I'll do one more, then I'll sell stuff. Try to find an item in your stash that was an affix. You need the chaos new item.
Stand down or die.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. You gonna do Monster Hunter World sometime again? What is tomorrow? Maybe I'll do Monster Hunter World tomorrow. Because I actually, like, this game came out, so I stopped playing it. But maybe I should try to finish it tomorrow. It's Tuesday tomorrow. Is there anything happening on Tuesday? I don't really think so. Yeah, do you beat Fatalist? No, I still haven't beaten Altreon. Like, I just keep, it's just like I'm playing badly and making mistakes, right? I mean, I have the gear to beat the boss. I'm just bad. And if I was better at the game, I would have beat it. Like, Monster Hunter is really hard. Like, obviously people, February 29th? What happens on the 29th? I don't even know. Okay. Ooh, purple. Or orange. Let's go get that. Oh, yeah, Carlsbad. Oh, yes. True. So excited for that video? Yeah, I know. Also, the excitement for the game?
Stand down.
Well, I don't know. I've had fun playing it so far. I think that, like, this is kind of like what happens with a lot of games, is that there's some people that get really excited about games, and then I feel like there's other people that get, like, I guess you could say reverse excited, where it's like if a lot of people are excited about a game, they're, like, overly or more critical about the game. And I feel like that's kind of what happened with Last Epoch, and it's what happens with other games too, is like as soon as there's a lot of people that are excited about a game, it's like people are constantly trying to find a way that, like, it's actually bad, you know, or something like that. That's actually really good for me. It's kind of weird that people do that, but that's just how it is. Oh my god, why doesn't that say void damage? It does say void penetration. We're gonna hold on to that. This is garbage. We're throwing this away. Detractors? About detractors, it's just people that nice. Okay. Alright, let's vendor some of this stuff. Void penetration would be really fucking good. Okay, spell crit chance is pretty good, but I need to have the spell damage prefix open, and this one doesn't have it, so I can't do it. Lightning damage. Why the fuck does it say lightning damage? Why would it say that? Dude, if this said void damage, oh my fucking god. Fuck. This one is insanely fucking good. You think I can try to re-roll this? No, you can't re-roll the purple ones.
Take care.
I should probably try to re-roll this one. Yeah, this one's really good. I'll hold it over here. I'm not going to do it now. You can Gamba a rune of removal? Yeah, I've done that. Sure, to find negative aspects of the game, I start second guessing whether I should buy it or not. Well, if you do that, you're never going to buy any game, because there are always going to be negative aspects of every single game, and ultimately you should just base it off of what you see and whether you think it's good to play yourself. Like, I don't think that you should listen to what anybody says. You should watch what they do and then base it off of that. Because, like, for example, like, I'm generally, like, I'm the kind of person that, like, I can play a game that I love and I can talk about everything that I don't like about it all day. And I think that some of you guys are probably the same, too. Like, I'm just kind of, like, a very critical person in that way, and I think it's just, like, what I end up talking about a lot. So, we know that? Yeah, exactly. And so, I think that I think you should really just look at like what the gameplay is and base it off of that, more so than anything else. I'm gonna go get the other one. Some games are a lot more fun than they appear to be. Yeah, like for example, I think that Helldivers seems to be one of those games where it's like, besides like funny clips, Helldivers is probably a lot more fun to play than it is to watch. Unless you're watching a squad of people that you think are like really entertaining, obviously, but like just as a game foundationally, it's not as much. So you're telling us to ignore you? I've already been doing that? Well, in a way, yeah. And also, like, I don't think it's necessarily ignoring, but it's more like, if you think a game looks fun to play, then really then maybe it's just fun for you to play. Right? It's not like, is this any good? No, of course not. It's a piece of shit. Okay. More garbage, and of course more garbage. Okay. 400 stability. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one then, and then I should cap it. Helldivers 2 is absolute shit to watch. Depends on what people play with. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's like my general viewpoint on it, is you should never really base it off of what streamers say. And I think this is the same thing with like sponsored streams. Because like obviously streamers, like whenever you're taking a sponsor, you know, I try to be like fair, but I'm not gonna say like, have I ever seen something in like a sponsored game that I like probably would have gone harder on if it wasn't sponsored? Yeah, probably, for sure. But I think what really you should look at, especially whenever you're watching like a sponsored stream, this is 100% true, is like, instead of looking for asking the streamer, is the game good, you should look at the game yourself and decide. You know, it's like, if it looks good, then it's good. It's that fucking simple. That's at least like my take on it, you know? Okay, how many of those did I get? Not that much. Alright, let's keep doing. Let's go through the missions here. Flame-scarred city.
Oh, yes.
The shamans are fucking everything up. Okay, let's kill them. Who have lost the ability to think for themselves? Well, I think that they never had it. That's why you've always had reviews. And also, like for example, a lot of people don't have the time to like research a game and like figure it all out themselves because they're like busy IRL. So they rely on other people to like, oh, well, I can't really play the game all the time, but I can watch this guy and, you know, he generally likes the same games that I do, so I'm going to just watch him and do what he says. Which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's fine. Did you enjoy dungeons? No, I actually like monoliths more than dungeons. I think dungeons are annoying. I don't like not knowing where to go and then like running around aimlessly. I mean, it's not like it was bad, right? It's not like I hated dungeons. It's just that I think I liked doing the monoliths more.
Stand down.
They feel more dynamic, but I also did a low-level dungeon, so maybe if I did a higher-level dungeon, I'd like it more. And I will do those. I'll try those out myself. Where'd you crit retail? WoW? I stopped playing like halfway through the Vault of the Incarnates patch. I just felt like the game got kind of it's just like it's really repetitive. Honestly, like more than anything, I just think the game it's just so repetitive. Like you're always doing the same stuff all the time. And it's like it's kind of like you start at square one and you get to square two in a patch, and then the next patch takes you back down to square one, and you just repeat that until you quit the game. And also, like, the main methods, like the main modes of like end game gameplay, I don't think are fun. Like, I don't think arena is fun. I don't think that raiding is fun, and I don't think Mythic Plus is fun. Like, that's basically it. You also come up and gear up, catch up and gear up. Yeah, exactly. And, like, anybody can do that. Like, for me, it's a lot easier for me to do because I'm a streamer, right? But, like, you know, effectively everybody gets reset whenever a patch comes out. Okay, we gotta go back and I guess keep the shrine maiden. Let me go over there and do that. Do you think WoW would be better if it was developed in more of a horizontal design? I think it would be better if gear resets didn't happen until every expansion. I feel like it's really bad that there's like no reason to go back and do old raids. Like you're only doing one raid over and over. I just think that's boring.
Yes?
What's this? Who's this asshole? Fuck out of here. Okay. I'm gonna sell all my stuff. You try and get Challenger in League? Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay. Melee damage again, bro. Like, what the fuck? It's almost good. I'm gonna hold on to that. Is this bullshit? Dude. Tier 7 health. That's actually kind of good. I'm going to hold on to that. I guess I can change this. It's 4% damage. Oh my god. Why doesn't that just say 632% fucking the stuff I wanted it to say? Why doesn't it just do that?
Take care.
Oh. That's almost a really good item, too. Okay, next. Put this one. Actually, I'll go forward. Okay, I saw spell crit chance. This could be a big dub. We could be entering big dub territory with that item. I'm not sure if we will or not. We're gonna find out. Okay, what's this? Jesus, look at all these cocksuckers. Oh, I have to kill a lot of stuff. I need to get more crit damage. I think that's a really important thing for this build. Jesus, look at all these perpy boys. Let's go. Okay. That'll kill me. Nope. Fucking bitch. Got him. I gotta do more damage, man. Oh, this is a really good item. I want to get this. I don't even know what inspiration is, but I remember the guide that I followed said to use it. Why is this thing not dead? What the fuck? Dude, where's my damage? Bro, what the fuck? Kill it? I'm trying. It is just taking so long. It's like, that's how fast it should go. The bosses actually, yeah, the bosses are pretty easy. Like, I think that they're easy in a good way, if that makes sense. Like, I think they're easy because it's easy to see what they're doing and you're able to get out of them. And they don't have as many, like, super cheap mechanics. So yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Easy for now? Well, I mean, the mechanics are easy. Like, obviously, I'm sure that the game will get harder over time, sure. But I think it's like the way that something gets harder is like really important. And there's some games that, like, for example, like they get harder, but they get harder in a way that like makes the game less fun. Bitch. Okay, one more. Like Avatar of Zero in Diablo 4? I never did that. Like, it's just another infinitely scaling, or not infinitely scaling, but it's just like another scaling, kill the same mobs, but they have more health thing, right? There's no, like, real... That's not, like, real content. Yeah? Okay, yeah. Who gives a fuck? I've gotten a lot of perpy boys here. Holy fuck. Okay, that one's bad. I'm only gonna loot it. Jesus, this thing has a lot of health. Okay, now we have the actual boss. Okay, let's see how this goes. And I'll also make sure I sell all my stuff.
Yes.
That is crazy. That's really good. That's really, really, really good. Look at that. That's massive fucking crit chance. Oh wow, look at the implicit there. That's nuts. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Get rid of this. Yeah, hold on to that. Nope. I might hold on to that for the implicit too. Oh, that has 2 purples? I've never had that before. That's insane. 2 cold purples. %29% void pen. It's melee void, doesn't matter. I wonder if I can shatter this to get void damage. I don't know how this works. I guess I'm going to find out right now. Yeah, it does work that way. Okay. What is inspiration again? What does inspiration do? CDR. I'm gonna try and use it. Because whenever I read up on this, it said it was that was a very good stat. Okay, let's do the boss. Here we go. Oh, it's really bad for bosses, I guess.
You will be snuffed out. Eternal flame.
Okay.
Burn to ash.
I'm an idiot. Why would I move that way?
You will be snuffed out. Be engulfed. Erupt. Break the flame. Burn to ash.
Wait, can I just tank everything?
Be snuffed out. My soul burn.
Probably should move out of that.
The flame is big.
Just tank everything. Okay. Great. Fuck. Awesome. Easy enough. And so now what? I guess I have to beat all of the level 90 ones, is that right? Oh, maybe I just have to do this again. Do all 390s? So should I go to Age of Winter then? Okay. Yeah, that went pretty well, I'm going to be honest. This is exactly what I would have expected out of Age of Winter. A fire area. Oh, it's not fire, never mind. I'm just hoping I can get some better shit, man. I really need to figure out my weapon, though. That's my main weakness. Like, my damage is really good for, like, where I'm at. But I think that by the time I get to level 100 Rifts, I'm gonna need to get better gear.
Stand down or die.
Okay. That's a lot of them. Try faction stuff? I probably will at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do it now, but I will. Okay, anything good here? No, of course not. Why would anything be good? Why would anything good drop? Okay, anyway, I'm going to go to sleep because it is 5:30 in the morning. I got to go to sleep, boys. So I'm going to pass out for a bit, and I will be back on tomorrow. All right, boys. Peace. I'll probably be on, like, probably later on in the afternoon or evening, unfortunately. I have some stuff I have to do during the day, but then I'll be back, and we'll maybe play some Monster Hunter. Try it then. So, all right, boys. Peace. See ya.